Welcome back. We're going to now put the spotlight on city gas and the city gas distribution networks that are being planned across the country. Joining us live is Satpal Garg, the former member of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Body, or the PNGRB as it's called. He's also been a former Director of Finance at ONGC Videsh. Mr. Garg, a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us live here on the market. The plan is very clear. The Prime Minister has spoken about it many times, how we're supposed to have a city gas distribution pipeline with a hub and spoke model, this, that and the other. The big question is the new round of bidding. How do you see that panning out? Do you see new players that are likely to participate as well, and particularly in the smaller cities?
Good morning and thank you. Let me give you a little background. In the budget 2021, there was an announcement that at least 100 new districts will be covered by city gas distribution. So PNGRB has already announced, or they have launched 65 geographical areas which cover more than 200 districts. So the bidding round was launched on 17th of September, which happens to be birthday of our Honorable Prime Minister. And the closing date of the bidding round is 15th of December. So the new geographical areas, they are spread across the country. And Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kerala, MP, Maharashtra, Odisha, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and Uttarakhand. So almost all these states are there, but some states were already fully covered by 9th and 10th round. So barring those states, the remaining states are now. This will be a kind of last bidding round, because after this bidding round, almost 85% of the country's geographical area and 95% of population will have access to city gas distribution. And the areas cover both the urban areas as well as the rural areas. And some of the geographical areas which are covered or included in the 11th bidding round, they may be called remote areas also. But based on the experience we in PNGRB had, because I was in PNGRB when 9th and 10th bidding round took place. So I think PNGRB is quite hopeful that they will be able to successfully complete 11th bidding round also. So.
Okay, so now that you've seen that budgetary announcement and that work is being done, you've given us some idea of the geographies as well. Is the expectation that we're likely to see more players that will enter the fray? So far, we've seen a few players that have been interested in city gas distribution.
Like if you see from 9th and 10th bidding round, many new players have already joined the city gas distribution sector. Say, if I mention Adani Gas, Torrent Gas, in terms of foreign players, we have AGNP from Philippines and Thing Gas, which is supported by an equity fund from Singapore. So we have participation from private sector. Public sector was already there in city gas distribution, starting with the IGL, MGL, IOCL, BP, all oil marketing companies are there from public sector side. And we have private sector, we have some foreign players. So maybe this time we can also expect, say, some new players. But I have not had any discussion with who are the likely new players. But there can always be some new players who will be entering in the 11th round. And more so because this is likely to be virtually last bidding round. Because after this successful completion of 11th round, we will be left only with about 15% of geographical area and only 5% of the population. So that means the left out areas will be thinly populated and may not be so attractive or that much attractive for the CGD companies. So this round should see a lot of interest from the existing players and as well as some of the new players who are interested and who are left out in the earlier bidding rounds. So I expect a lot of interest in the bidding round.
Mr. Garg, I take your point on what we have so far in terms of geographical distribution and the fact that the next round will have, like you mentioned, sparsely populated areas. So how does all of this tie into the goal to achieve 15% of energy mix in gas by 2030? Do you think that's achievable, maybe even faster than that target?
Yes, we have a mandate from Government of India that we should increase the sale of natural gas from existing 6% to 15%. And increasing from 6% to 15% is really a big challenge. So it is not only that it is increased by 2.5 times. In fact, and there is a normal growth of 4 to 5% every year. So in fact, it amounts to increasing gas consumption almost 3 times. So that is a huge task. But then we have an example in Gujarat. So Gujarat has a share of natural gas in energy basket at 25%, whereas world average is only 24%. And the advantage of Gujarat model is that they have set up regional network in the entire state. So the key message how this gas share can be increased to 15% is that we have to increase infrastructure in terms of trunk lines and infrastructure in terms of regional networks also. And we have already set up the first gas exchange in the country. So, and there is also some talk of bringing natural gas under GST. So there are certain something more which needs to be done. And in terms of CGD companies, like sometimes they face problem in getting approvals, etc., from the state governments. So some state governments have adopted the model CGD policy, and some of the state governments are yet to adopt and follow the CGD policy, whereby they can provide a single window clearance to get permissions and approvals, etc., by CGD companies. So, in my opinion, the target of reaching 15% is quite challenging, but it is achievable with the support of all the participants. So, all the participants includes central government, all state governments, CGD companies, and the regulator also.
Mr. Garg, great to have you on the show and put things into perspective for us. Good speaking with you.